Assalamualaikum, my name is Suraj Kimitan Azizan. I will talk about overview of Islamic social finance and two issues that relate to Islamic social finance. Our topic is Zakat. Social finance may be described as a structure of investment method with the primary goal of producing positive social and environmental results for both investor and society. The Islamic social finance sector comprises Islamic establishment based on generosity such as zakat, obligatory charity, sadaqah, voluntary charitable organization, and wakaf, increase in funding, as well as collaboration such as card, credit, and takaful insurance.
Let's move to the development of Islamic Bank in Malaysia. In 1983, Islamic Bank was developed by the first bank named Islamic Bank Malaysia Berhad, BIMB. However, before this formation, in 1963, the government established the Pilgrim Management Fund and Board of Malaysia, later renamed Lembaga Tabung Haji, that assessing the Malaysian Muslim in doing Haji. In 1993, the introduction of scheme perbankan tanpa faedah, which called interest-free banking scheme. In 1999, Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad was established as the second Islamic bank in Malaysia. Okay, this is 16 numbers of Islamic bank that have in Malaysia, which is Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, Alliance Bank, M-Bank Islamic, Public Islamic Bank, Afin Islamic, Al-Rahji Banking and Investment Corporation, Kuwait Finance House, CIMB Islamic Bank, OCBC Al-Amin, RHB, Bank Muamalat, Standard Chartered, MBSB, HSBC, Hon Leong Islamic Bank, and also Maybank Islamic Berhad. Malaysia is the first country who introduced and applied the dual banking system, where the conventional and the Islamic bank operation side by side. This allowed the conventional to use their current facility to offer the Islamic services and Islamic product, but account must be properly separated between Islamic bank and conventional bank.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aina Akila binti Azhari. Today I will be sharing for the implementation of Islamic social finance in Malaysia for Zakat. Zakat Collection Center is established in every Malaysian state for two reasons, which is to collection and disbursement of Zakat. There is rules as well as the specialist and the consultant to assist all the Zakat by calculating the number amount of the Zakat. The management also can implement a system by developing a system for collection and disbursement to ensure any problem related to Zakat is not exist. There are few ways to overcome any problem in Zakat, which is no standardization of laws by collected Zakat. The appropriate legislation should be developed for providing any solution. Last but not least, everyone who not pay the Zakat must get a penalty as well. Okay. We will move to the meaning of Zakat. Do you know the meaning of Zakat? Zakat is one of the Islam's 5 fundamental key elements. Zakat can be divided into two parts, which is Zakat ul-Mal for the wealth and Zakat ul-Fitr for individual. Our Zakat system will give a positive impact toward our country if this sector is managing by the right person. However, Zakat can be considered an act charity in and of itself because a portion of one's wealth is the right of the poor and the needy. Surah At-Tawbah, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala said, aims are for the poor and the needy, and those employed to administer the fund, for those who have been recently reconciled, for those in bondage and in debt, in the cause of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and for the wayfarer. Thus is it ordained by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And Allah is full of knowledge and wisdom.
The first issue is brought out by Zakat organization in their attempt to alleviate the socio-economic situation of the underprivileged and needy achieving Makasih Syariah aims. Makasih Syariah is a part of the Islamic law that aims to improve the welfare of humankind through social welfare. It can measure the financial and social performance of Zakat institution according to their level of social welfare. The Makasih Syariah to Zakat institution relationship is the effectiveness of Zakat institution programs has helped individuals improve their standard of living and improve the quality of their community. The effectiveness of Zakat distribution and collection depends on the Zakat institution good governance. This is the reason why it is important that they meet the objective of Makasih Syariah. This practice undermines the trust that the village handmen have in the Zakat recipients. It also creates dissatisfaction among the Zakat recipients when they are not the right ones. The list of recipients is not always updated regularly, and some of them are already dead or have moved on. Also, since some of the recipients are unqualified, this issue brings the selection process can be very challenging. The second issue is issue of shortage of employees in relation to the multiple responsibility that they are responsible for. This occurs when there are not enough personnel to manage all the beneficiaries, including their ongoing care monitoring, to verify that users who may require help are receiving it not overlooked. Zakat institution might potentially use and train need employees from the Asnaf are on the board. It is critical for all the reasons stated above, urging that Zakat authorities to conduct a review of the current Zakat distribution principle and technique. It is expected that Zakat, Asnaf or other charitable contribution will be made. They will be able to remove themselves from needy and destitute groups.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Fatiha and I will talk about the next issue of Zakat. So the other issue that are found in Zakat are inefficiency issues in the distribution aspect. Zakat is usually given on the basis of application, but it can also be given based on the public reports or initiative carried out by the Zakat institution itself. The authority established certain criteria to ensure that Zakat is directed to appropriate asnaf. Hence, the public has complained that Zakat is not able to be the intended group due to a problem in lack of publicity by the rule or lack of proficiency on the other side of the community. Zakat has been paid to the rightful beneficiaries in some cases, but there are others who require more zakat than their former. Aside from that, all the pupil in the internal is one of the negative impact in process of the distribute the zakat, and the goals in zakat system cannot be reached as well. Last but not least, issue that has been found is people who refuse to pay zakat. Zakat, the third pillar of Islam, must be paid when conditions are met. Failure to pay zakat can lead to great sins and property that is not zakat will be the full for hell in the hereafter. At this moment, people take the opportunity not to pay zakat because they are always reluctant to pay zakat and forget to pay. Probably because we think that paying zakat is not important and has relatively long-term constraint that causes us to often delay paying it. If the economic graph shows a rise in wealth, the logic of zakat will also increase. The challenges are complicated for Zakat institution to identify people who are deserving of existence from selection to distribution, and therefore if the existing provider can improve the socio-economic well-being of the asnaf, the appropriate administration of zakat money is required to prevent zakat payers from directing cash directly to the needy. This restrictions the role of zakat institution in managing zakat collection and developing entrepreneurial activity within these disadvantaged areas. Some challenges might include broadening the scope of zakat institution to include village heads during the pre-selection of asnaf, which could enhance the selection process. The imam and village headmen will work together to determine who the appropriate prospective receivers are. This will also enhance the distribution process by regularly searching for competent and motivated asnaf. Thank you.
As for the conclusion, Islamic social finance is vital to ensure the social justice by the wealth redistribution and fair financial transaction. Islamic social finance consists with zakat, wakaf, sadaqah, microtakaful, microfinancing, fintechs and many more. Apart from our study, zakat can be described as the obligatory for the Muslim to allocate a portion of their wealth to share with people who need. Zakat also important to ensure sustainable of economy through the reducing social problem and increase economic activity. However, zakat system in Malaysia still not reached at the satisfaction level because there is several issue arises need to be solved and take action. That's all from us. Thank you.